I had really convinced myself that I didn't have a problem with drugs and alcohol, that the people that I was around did. And then I was working at my current employer, and I was like falling asleep at work, and my boss was like, hey, I know what's going on, you need to go to bed, and I knew I was living a life of a lie, and that I had a ton of problems. My kids were being affected, my husband was in and out of treatment. Like the chaos of our life was just like, I couldn't not admit it anymore, you know what I mean? Like, it was just so blatantly obvious that my life was just totally controlled by drinking and drugs. So I had found myself using drugs in a way that I never thought I would use them, and just kind of progressed. And I found myself in a gas station bathroom, trying to dig dirty syringes out of and I was like, what are you doing? This is, and that's when I knew. I was like, I need to go to treatment. We lived across the street from Arbor Place. And so I was like, I went in and I talked to Stephanie and Jill, and I started Arbor Place in a DRA treatment program because I lived across the street. I had them convinced that I didn't need inpatient treatment, so I did a day patient program where I was, I would go home at night, and then I was still using. So that's when they were like, hey, why don't we just have you stay in residential, and let's try to. And so I stayed in residential for a little bit, and then I got out. I graduated successfully from Arbor Place in May of 2014. But I went back to like the same house, the same people, the same situation, nothing, as much as I wanted to change, I wasn't willing to do any of the work to change it, because everything was still the same at home, and so it took until September of 2014 is when I got clean and stayed clean, and I've been clean since. So when I left Arbor Place, I had an outpatient program with Chuck, did outpatient counseling with Chuck, and through using, after I left Arbor Place, I was able to be honest with Chuck about my relapse. I've been, it was like, what should we do? What can you do differently? What can we do so that you don't use again? And part of the process for me with my recovery was having to change my lifestyle, right? Like having to say, this is a really bad situation and I can't live in it anymore, and my kids shouldn't live in it anymore, and I have to be real about that, and I have to stand on my own 2 feet, and I have to not stay with somebody else that's using drugs, right? I have to be responsible for my own recovery. I can't be responsible for somebody else's. And having the support of Arbor Place, they never told me hey, you should leave your husband, but hey, this is the same thing happening over and over and over, and nothing is changing, you keep using, and maybe, you have to try something else. And so when I decided to get a divorce and decided to do some things for my own recovery, I didn't know how to be alone. I didn't know how to behave properly, so having Chuck, or having, outpatient program here at Arbor Place, really allowed me to feel like I had people that were supporting me, and having, getting vulnerable with people that really, I really felt like they all had my back. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel like it was, oh, can you just pay your insurance bill? It was like, hey, how are you doing? Call me anytime, come in and see us, and it was really, as I started to, get a little bit of clean time, it was like I was changing and I was becoming a different person, and they could see it before I could see it. And so having people here tell me, how proud they were, and that they noticed the things I was doing in the community, and, to keep coming back and to keep talking to them and always making me feel comfortable. And so really, I still have a great relationship with Chuck today. I have a great relationship with Chuck. I'm a board member here at Arbor Place now. You know what I mean? I get to sit on the board of directors and help change the life of other people's. And I was a patient here, So if that's amazing, that's amazing. I get to help other people. So I would say to somebody who doesn't have hope, you know, to believe that other people have hope, you know, and that their hope for you can spark something inside yourself, you know. So like even when I felt at my worst, at my lowest, and I didn't think I could recover, other people thought I could, you know, like other people believed in me before I could believe in myself. And so there are people that will believe in you when you can't believe in yourself. When you don't trust yourself, when you don't like yourself, when you can't sit in your own skin, like people get that, people understand that. Like I thought I was the only one who ever felt certain ways before, or, you know, being a mother who was a drug addict, I felt like nobody will ever understand like how I was able to do drugs and be a mother to my children, or like there's a lot of moms out there that are doing drugs that need to know that like it's okay to go get help. Like it's okay to say I have a problem. It's okay to say I can't do this alone, you know, and it doesn't mean we don't love our kids. It doesn't mean that we want to harm our kids. It just means that we need help, and there are people that will help you. A lot of women fear leaving their kids to go to treatment, right? You hear a lot of that, you know, like I don't want to leave my family. I don't want to go to treatment to leave my family. Hey, we've already left our family. Like we're right in the same room with our family, but we've already left. We've already checked out. So if you can give yourself 30, 40 days, 50, well, however many days that somebody else recommends to you, you know, you're giving your family the rest of your life. You know, you're giving the rest of your life. If you could just take back, you know, however many days, 30, 40, whatever they recommend, it's okay to leave. It's okay to go to treatment. It's okay to say, you know what, I need to do this for me so that I can be the mom that you need, or the spouse that you need, or the sister, or the brother, or whatever role you want to play. It's okay to take that inpatient treatment. Give yourself a shot. You give yourself a chance. You know, if you click and you look and you think, I've been to treatment, you know, 50 times already, or treatment doesn't work, or I've tried this, right? Try again. Try again. You know, you try to get drugs again, you try to get another drink in your body, you try to do the things that are, you know, harmful to you, try again. You know, give it a shot, you know, and know that you can recover. Like it's possible, there is hope. You know, it's not just a few of us. There's people in recovery all over. There are people recovering very loudly today, you know, and you're worth it. So come on in and give it a shot.